Now that's a fight.
Everyone okay?
Yeah, I think so.
And dodging out of the stupid shit that just comes
That thing scared
at
the
you
pants
at every
off me.
angle.
It felt like it had a different aura than other Zeugles, didn't it?
Yeah, it wasn't like the one that Almadria sicked on us either.
Its elemental astral energy variance was out of this world. It was like fighting a lord.
I guess it's safe to assume that if it came out of the wedge, it must have played some part in helping harvest astral energy. But what?
Perhaps a living spirit vessel? It's plausible, given the location. Or it may be part of a new force dispatched to regain control of
I'm
Dana.
pretty sure people can't be
If we
this close to
assume that
lava
monster
without
was
it
one of
like
the four
cooking them,
beams of
right? I'm
light,
pretty sure this
we
is
must
dangerous.
have prevented something from taking place here.
All the times this happens in
I'd
Tales
like to
games,
think
like
so,
they're
knowing how
obviously
much grief it gave
aliens
us.
because they can
But
survive
at least with that out of the way, we can keep
volcanic
moving
levels
forward
of heat
Let's
without
go.
dying. Unrelenting blaze. Incineration wave. What am I? Oh, there we go. Okay, that's done. Secret key.
With
Wow,
this,
14,000
I can become
experience.
even stronger.
Quite a decent chunk there. Take care of Poodle. Please, just dodge once in your miserable life. You're killing me. Oh god, you're killing me. I was under levels and got 20k. Nice. I mean, he was still 5 levels higher than us, but yeah. The dude himself, like his minions weren't. We were higher level than his minions were. Yeah, 44 is our highest, which is
Hey,
law.
is that it over there?
Oh, hey. Good thing there's a merchant here, too. Gas, gas, gas. Gonna step on the gas. Gonna be your hero. 9k for pineapple gel. You must be out your mind. Oh, that's for selling. I was like, you can't buy weapons. You have to craft that shit. Thank you kindly, sir.
You can never be too
Well, why did you have to spend so much money? Well, if you people didn't die so often, I wouldn't
prepared.
have to.
But did we have to
Good thing it's just been here this whole time and that merchant didn't bother to try to ransack it.
Alvin?
Did you remember something?
No, but I have seen this starship before.
Well, that's good.
This is it. This is the ship I traveled in when I escaped from Lenegis.
Well, obviously.
Three centuries later, and it's no worse for wear. I'll take a look at the internals.
Damn, I'm amazed it still works at all after all this time.
How lucky.
The past meets the present.
The fuck does that even mean?
I really am from a different time and place.
They still have spaceships
Yeah.
now,
But you've got us now.
300
Alfred.
years later.
Not only that, but you've helped out so many people, too.
Law's
I'm sure
right.
he'll be fine once we
Ringwell
figure out a
too.
cure for heart
You're one of
attacks.
us
We
now.
have a cure for
No
them
more
now.
carrying the weight of history on your shoulders. You're a part of this world.
Right. Thanks, you guys.
You know, I was starting to feel out of it because I'm 300 years old. Whatever magical potions they injected me with, I was able to stay well preserved while I was asleep and
It
didn't
should
die.
fly. All internal systems seem to be operating. However, considering how long it's remained inactive, I suspect it will take some time before it's ready for takeoff.
How much
Gotta
time are
warm
we
up the
talking
engine.
here?
Starship mechanics are not what I'd call my forte, so I'd rather not hazard a guess.
So we've just got to sit around here and wait? I'm terrible at waiting.
That's because you're a child. Oh,
Jeez.
but how about we use this time to prepare and gather supplies for the trip?
Good idea. Who knows when we'll be back from Lenegis once we leave? We should prepare ourselves for every possible scenario
I just
before we go.
bought a shit ton of stuff.
Let's try not to stay away too long. I'd hate for anything to happen to the place while we're gone.
Either we race ahead, or we take due precaution to ensure we have no regrets. I shall leave it up to you as to how we proceed, Alphen.
Works for me.
Always acting mysterious. Wait until the ship is ready for takeoff. How exciting. You know, I complain about the story going too fast, but like, it's not what I meant,
It's funny,
like making the
isn't
story
it?
wait just for arbitrary plot points like this.
All this. When we first started this thing, did you ever imagine we'd be going to Lenegis?
You mean
After
like
all,
2 months ago
this
when
is
we
the
did all
sort of
this?
thing I was
No.
rebelling against
I guess
when
I
I ran
didn't.
away from home, right?
I'm sure Zephyr would be proud if he knew what his son was doing right now.
I always
And a
ask
little
myself,
shocked,
what
too.
would Zephyr
We're
do?
defying the order of things that have persisted for
Why?
300 years. Deep down, I knew our journey would lead to confronting Lenegis.
Yeah, you maybe, but you're a Renan. The rest of us can barely even picture what it means to leave Dana.
No offense to Shion and Dohalim, but it's worth remembering we're heading into enemy territory.
No offense taken, and this is no picnic for me either.
I hate
Remember,
living up
our
there,
aim is to
where it's all
ensure that both
spacey and
Lenegis
futuristic.
And the Renan homeworld leave Dana alone for good. I don't think we'll be able to avoid a fight.
Is there no way we can talk them into leaving us alone?
The people of Lenegis?
Sure. I mean, we found a way to make it work with Shion and Dohalim, right? And it's
What
not
would-
just us. If places
Who's
like
the Z in
Venecia
that
can
one?
do
What
it,
would Z
then
do?
why can't we?
Because there are still many of my kind who believe it was right and natural that Rena reigns over Dana. There are those on Lenegis who have never set foot on
Excuse me,
Dana.
sorry.
I doubt whether they'd even
Aye.
listen to Danans.
Look, none of us want to fight. But these are the same people who fired that wedge down on Dana. What happens next is on them.
Right. We're not going to sit back and wait
Zephyr,
for them to
dude.
oppress
Oh,
us
you're right. I
again.
forgot their Jesus figure.
Right.
Don't forget, there's also a good chance
He's such a
Ren will be
non-factor to
somewhere
me. I
on
didn't even
Lenegis.
think. I'm like, Zelos?
Wherever she is, we should find the Renaissance too.
That's right. If we
Welcome
can take
to
it
the
back,
Resistance,
then
kid.
Shion can finally get rid of her thorns.
Right? Right? That's why you want to do this, right? What's the secret? What's going to be the secret at the end?
Yeah.
So the engine finished warming up. Zelos is like pimp Jesus. Well, he's more like whore Jesus because he's a man whore. But
Where?
yes. Oh, she took the ship by herself, didn't she? And the ship is gone. Except it isn't. Never mind. Guess I fumbled that one. Your party disbanded.
Where'd Shion go? How could she just go off on her own?
Oh, there she is. She didn't go too far at all. Don't even think about it, Shion.
Shion. Shion! It's your thorns? But why?
Oh, it's your maiden powers, I guess. Are you
Okay?
cold? Why is your breath
Just
appearing?
now, it looked like you used your maiden powers to suppress your thorns. You can really do that?
You've been doing it this whole time?
Stay out of my way.
It's a crazy steampunk blunderbuss you got there.
Wait a second. Are you planning to go alone?
Shut up!
Why would you do this?
I told you to shut up!
Just shoot me and get it over with. Oh god, this story blows. It's just frustrating.
I won't let you.
I mean it.
I refuse to let you.
I won't tell you again. Move or I'll shoot.
If that's the case,
Like, her arc has, like, non-existence.
Go
It's
ahead
almost
and
as bad
shoot
as
me!
Velvet. Oh man, called your bluff. Because you act irrational. Like, everybody in this goddamn... Don't do it. Don't you do it, Jian. She was never gonna do it. She's been the same lame-ass character this whole fucking time.
Do you remember back when I was stabbed?
Yeah, I
By
guess.
Volron?
Yeah.
yeah. I thought for sure that he had killed you back there.
That wasn't the first time. The first time was when I was only a child. After that, no matter how often, I just couldn't die.
Couldn't die? So you're immortal? How's that even...
One question at a time, Law.
I believe you, Shion. But tell me how is something like that possible?
My thorns. They're me, but at the same time not. They're part of me. I have no idea why, but my thorns will never let me die. At least not before I'm meant to.
You can't die before your death?
When my thorns free themselves, it will be my death. I've seen it. A darkness that swallows up everything until nothing remains. It's a vision of oblivion I can't escape. I want to believe it's all just a bad dream. But no matter what I tell myself, I know it's not.
Yeah, but you... Wait. The whole reason you needed the Renaissance was to get rid of your thorns, right?
If I burn away what's inside, then what will happen to the rest of me? Right. Either way you look at it, I'm going to die. But if I am going to die, I figure I can at least take my thorns out with me. That's what I've been after this whole time.
That's why you turned your back on your fellow Renans and chose to fight with us, isn't it? I've been fighting to keep on living. You have been with us fighting desperately to die.
That was the plan. But then I met all of you. And Before I knew it, I didn't want to die anymore.
Shion, don't lose hope yet. We'll find a way to save you. There's still time to.
It's pointless.
Why?
Because the darkness won't just consume me. The truth is, it will consume all of existence as well. It was only a suspicion at first, but ever since the Red Woman triggered my maiden powers, I've been more certain than ever before. It was then that I finally came to realize my powers were holding my thorns in check the entire time. But they don't anymore. Not since Lenegus, when the wedge fell. Every day, I feel the thorn's power growing stronger inside of me. Pretty soon, I won't be able to hold them back anymore. And when that happens,
They will consume all existence.
And that's why you wanted to leave by yourself. You planned to find the Renis Alma on your own and sacrifice yourself to stop the thorns.
but that's too much. It's way too much.
Why are you crying? We barely know anything about her.
I didn't care what happened to me or anyone else. And what happened to the Renans or the Danans didn't matter to me at all.
This moment should be horribly sad, but it's not. We don't know her.
I don't want to. Not now that I have this. I wish we had never met. Then I wouldn't have to feel this way.
Shion!
Oh, okay, well, there we go. There's that moment. Finally, Jesus Christ. It only took 50 hours in this game for any sort of
It's no better
human
than being
contact.
enslaved. How can you endure this?
Alvin,
Don't worry, I'm fine.
It's not fair. I don't care what anybody says. I won't let it happen. We can fight this. We'll fight until the end together. Isn't that what you said to me before?
Yeah, but I didn't mean it.
even if it should mean that it'll be the end of everything else too.
I've been alive for 300 years, I'm good.
Shion, what do you want? It's your decision ultimately. But if you decide not to fight fate, I will. Even if I have to do it alone.
No, you won't be alone. I'll fight
Hey, his
as
eyes are
well.
like aquamarine.
Count me in as well. I want to be a force for good, not hate.
And me too. I meant it with all of my heart when I told you before. Neither of you are alone in this at all.
You guys.
None of us know each
And I, for
other.
one, don't
This
believe
is like
this
so
venture is without
meaningless.
Shion is the descendant of a maiden from
You wouldn't know
300
his eye
years ago.
color.
Given the circumstances, it seems
Like
very likely
Shion's is
that
like a
those
sky
events have some
blue.
connection to her thorns. The true nature of which, I imagine we will discover as we make our way to Lenegus and uncover the truth of what's unfolding.
Could you please not play this copyrighted music while I'm trying to
Find a way
watch
get
this?
rid of her thorns and she'll live.
It's certainly possible.
Because whatever
Although I
fucking
suspect
music
the
group is
nature of
gonna
the sovereign is
copyright
connected
strike
somehow.
this.
So be it.
Or copyright claim it, sorry.
I've already lost everything I had.
Like
once.
Alphin's is dark blue, hers are like ocean or sky blue.
And again.
And like the kids is like an aquamarine, it's like green and blue at the same time. Like Robin's egg, I guess, maybe?
No matter
like manipulative nonsense to try to get you to feel like, oh, we should be feeling something here. It's like sad, and she doesn't want to die and lose her friends. And it's like, well, it would actually mean something if you used your brain for a little bit to realize that it's nonsense.
The end of the world. It's hard to believe, isn't it?
Yeah, I
I
guess.
believe Shion is telling the truth.
It's not like Reed
about
and
you?
fucking
As a
Farah
friend, yes. I
messing
want to
with
believe
ancient
her.
technology and getting their
Everything
village
that's happened seems to
destroyed.
point towards some sort of great danger that's lurking ahead of us.
It's not meeting Meredy,
Still,
who's an
it's
alien
hard to
girl
fathom
who you
something
find out that
could
her
usher outright
mother,
doom to the world. That
you
those
know,
really
had
are
an
the
affair
stakes we
with a
face.
man from another
No,
race.
I understand.
And it caused her to
Even
lose her
Shion doesn't
mind
seem to
because
know
people were
exactly what
racist
will happen to bring it
bastards.
all
Like,
about.
and she called
We have so
upon an
many
ancient
pieces of
power
the
to give
puzzle
her
in our
strength to
hands.
destroy her
So many
enemies.
clues. Yet the
Like,
complete picture
there's a
eludes
way
us.
to do a story that makes
So
you feel
where do
attached
her
to these
thorns
characters,
fit
and
in
I'm not
then?
attached to any of
Well,
them.
I imagine they must sit at the very center
And
of
that's
it
why it's
all.
frustrating, because I should be
You remember
like
the voice we
crying
all
and
heard
like
while
being
we
said
were
like, oh
inside
my
the wedge,
god,
don't
this has
you?
been going on the whole time.
Yeah, I remember.
But it's
It
not.
was the will of Dana's astral energy come to life. Well, that's what we all thought.
Right. And from that, we're able to hypothesize how vast concentrations of astral energy can become sentient. Let's return to when we found Shion in Pelagian. When her thorns went wild, they contained far more astral energy than any mere Renin would normally have inside them.
So you think those thorns might be alive too? That their will is what keeps
She's like
her
a
from
void
dying?
monster or something,
But
I don't
why
know.
would they want to destroy the entire world?
What even is
As
that
for
emote?
that,
Is that Guile?
I really cannot
Kinda
say
looks
for
like
certain.
Guile.
Its goals still remain a mystery. It may be a mere fluke that her maiden powers have been able to contain it thus far.
You know, I've noticed since we've met that you like figuring out riddles.
Yes, maybe I do.
Can you blame me? When one realizes that the world they once thought
Okay,
to be
let's
true is
go.
but a mere facade, they can't help but seek the truth. Especially when that deception has led to others getting hurt.
Dohalim?
I imagine the remaining pieces of the puzzle that we seek rest somewhere within Lenegus. As for what the final picture will
Like,
look
even though I don't
who
like
can
Luke
say?
as a
I think it's
character,
best we not dwell
because
on it too much for the
I
time
don't deal
being.
with emotions the way Luke does. Like,
Right.
you start at the beginning with him, you understand what kind of person he is, you understand what kind of person he becomes. So, like, every